I just got back from the worst date. Already there were some red flags, but when we first met, we hit it off, so I wanted to give it a shot. He was texting me things like, next Easter, we're going to be doing this. Our second date, we should go here. We're on the phone today. He says, our firstborn is going to be named this. I respond, sir, let's get through the first date. He turns it around on me, says, that's crazy you'd bring up baby names already. I didn't. I'm not crazy, saying how he's going to surprise me with where we're going for dinner tonight, but it's going to be a steakhouse. He says, wear something black and tight. Never going to happen. I'm wearing something white and oversized because I've been through that. Not happening again.
Some men do that. Some men like to talk about baby names too early and make the girl think that they could be her husband just to get out of her whatever they are looking for, which is surely not commitment, because that girl is thinking, this guy is potentially my husband. I can't believe it. Subconsciously, even if she's a smart girl, it happens whenever a guy is talking about baby names. We're going to do this 3 years from now. We're going to do that on the 10th anniversary of our wedding. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. This is a way to signal that he's ready, that he wants to have a baby with you, possibly, which is not true in most cases. If you went ahead and had the baby with the guy, you'll probably see him vanish the next day. But of course, his true intentions are not going to stop him from sending security signals to your brain and stability and everything that women are wired to want in a man and in a husband. Another thing I want to mention quickly here is that it's okay for a man to tell you what color to select when choosing your clothing for that date, maybe on the 10th, 7th date, but not earlier, not on the first date. Yes, he may want to surprise you. He may want you to look nice, but I think it's too early to give very specific instructions like that, but it could still be okay. What's not okay is for him to start telling you to wear something tight now. Why would a guy need for you to wear something tight on a first date, if not to look properly at your figure and your body? It's a bit vulgar and definitely a little red flag.
But I ask him if I should wear a dress. Is it fancy? He says, if I want to. So I'm assuming it is. He says, be ready for 6, and he'd call me an Uber. So I'm ready for 6, waiting on him to text me. No text. So I text him at 6:15. He reprimands me, says, tisk, tisk, can't believe it took you so long to tell me you were ready. So starting it off on like a weird note, I finally get in the Uber he calls, but it's some random address and I can't figure out where I'm going on Google. So I ask him what the name of the restaurant is so I can meet him there. He won't tell me where we're going. He's like, just get out on the corner, wait for me. So I get out and I'm waiting on this random street corner.
Definitely another red flag. It's never okay to not tell you where you two are meeting on a first date, because it's also dangerous. You don't know what his plans are. You don't know what this guy's intentions are. You never met him before. He could be planning the worst, literally. So if you asked him, he should have replied, we're past trying to make this a nice little surprise at this point if you're worried and you're asking and you're anxious. And the least he could have done is make this Uber drive you to him, to his location, wherever he's at, but definitely not a random street corner.
I see him get out of his apartment building and walk across the street. And so obviously he chose somewhere super close to him, which is fine, but then don't be late and make me wait for you. We go into the restaurant. It's the Keg. It is the Keg. Don't get me wrong. I love their food, but don't actually get some big surprise and gonna be so fancy. I'm so embarrassed. I'm in my fur. I am in heeled Alexander Wang boots. I'm so embarrassed.
See, this is why man should start telling the girl where she's going, where they're taking her at, unless they are proposing, and this is a first date. So I don't think he's gonna propose in any shape, way, or form at this point. She's disappointed because you don't even know the girl. So your idea of what's fancy or what's an amazing surprise may not match hers because you don't know this girl at all. And again, even if he got the Uber and paid for it, it was still a bad move to drive the girl all the way next to your apartment building and just make the Uber drop her off in a random street corner and make her wait when you're literally 2 steps away. You live 2 steps away and you're still late.
We sit down. He starts talking about himself and doesn't stop for 15 minutes. Doesn't ask me a single question about myself. So finally I say, do you want to know anything about me? He says, I'd rather make my own opinion of you, and I think I already have one. Proceeds to tell me who I am as a person, even though he knows nothing about me. He lists the qualities, tells me I'm super close with my parents. I'm not talking to them right now, sir. We are estranged. Tells me I'm shy and submissive. Are we on the same date? Because I'm not. I'm like talking over him every time he interrupts me because I'm like, it's just so rude.
It sounds like this guy is digging his own grave. I'm sure he was interested in this beautiful girl to some degree, but he decided to play it cool, be this cool, chill person that makes many jokes or whatever he's trying to do, not taking anything serious, saying, oh, I already know who you are. You're this type of a person. And he keeps backfiring and he doesn't stop because he already selected his personality for the evening and he just can't switch it off because he probably forgot to select a spare personality in case that one doesn't work. I understand how it would have worked in the past to make so many jokes and not take anything serious and just be that type of a person. It may work with other people, but since it did not work with the specific girl, he should have stopped because clearly she's not amused. She does not have the same type of humor and it's just going to ruin this first date.
Our appetizers come. I'm in the middle of a sentence. He puts a bite of food in my mouth, so I have to stop talking so he can talk. Like, it happened 3 times. So rude.
Well, I can see what's happening now. This guy sounds like a control freak. He likes to be in control, especially in relationships or when he's dating. He likes to tell the girl what to wear, and he likes to bring her and drop her off somewhere. I mean, make an Uber do that. Drop her off somewhere in a random street corner and make her wait for him. He likes to be in charge and not tell her where they're going until he comes and then he shows her and leads her. He likes to take the lead, obviously, is what I'm trying to say. And it's not going to work with this specific girl because clearly they don't have compatible personalities. She's not like that. She's not that submissive, looks like.
Then he says how women should be submissive and men should always have the final decision and that, they're competent and women should just trust men. And boundaries are super important for men, but women should break them for men. So offensive and just, no. He starts talking about money, which I hate on a first date because I just think it shows that a man's insecure. I'm not dating for money. I don't care how much you make as long as you're stable. But also, if you're painting yourself as this high roller like he was and like bragging about how much he pays when he goes to Miami for an Airbnb, it grosses me out. It's so unattractive. And I actually don't think you make that much working with DJs. I'm sorry.
I agree. Talking about money on the first date when you didn't even ask him, when you didn't even ask anything that indicates that you're curious or that you'd rather know, you didn't do any of that. So it's a bad move from him to just try and tell you how rich and influential and amazingly comfortable he is financially because that's just wrong. It sounds cheap and tacky. It has the opposite effect. And in most cases, men that talk like this are actually broke because men that are secure and that do have that much money try to go for women that like them for themselves first. And then when he likes her back and she likes him still, then he can share that world of comfort and luxury with the right woman. But he doesn't just use that as bait on day one because then he's just going to end up being with anyone just because they heard about his money and they were impressed. So most smart man, most smart rich man, most smart businessman don't do that.
Then he says something sarcastic, and I didn't catch the sarcasm because we're still getting to know each other, obviously. And he makes me feel so dumb about it. He was just so rude about it. He's like, I can't believe you didn't catch that. That was obviously sarcasm. So I go to the bathroom because I'm just like trying to hit my emotional support vape and waste as much time as possible so I can leave. I should have just left like within 2 minutes because I knew I didn't like him, but I just get nervous.
Many men are guilty of this. You can't make a girl feel so small and make her have a terrible time with you in your presence, in your company, and then expect her to want to see you again. You should already understand that she's a free person of the world. She doesn't have to meet you again. She doesn't have to show you her face again. You're making her very uncomfortable. You're being rude. You're laughing at her face and saying it's sarcasm. How can you not get it? When she doesn't even know you, how would she know if you're being sarcastic or serious? She doesn't know you. It's literally the first date. She's having a horrible time. She's probably gonna go and hide in the bathroom for as long as possible. Men don't understand this type of behavior. They think, oh, why doesn't she want to see me again? What is she doing in the bathroom? Why is she taking so long? She doesn't want to be in your presence. You're being mean to her. She's a grown up. She's an adult. She can choose not to see you again. She can choose because you didn't make her feel happy. You didn't make her feel special. You did the opposite of that.
Every time I talk, I just see him staring at my body, and it makes me so uncomfortable. And it's like, you don't actually care what I have to say. And that's the problem with dating in Toronto is every single date that I go on, no man actually asks me a question. They don't care to get to know me.
I made a video about this, by the way. It's called The Reason Why Men Stay Silent. The reason why most men stay silent during dates, believe it or not, is not because they're not interested in you. They're just like that. They're wired. Their brains are different than us. They don't think like women. They don't act like women. In most cases, they wouldn't even know that they're doing something wrong. A good example I gave in that video, and it was also a TikTok's compilation with commentary and analysis. And the reason why most men don't speak much is because they are like that. If you think of any happily married couple that was with one another for a very long time, perhaps 20 years and plus, when you meet that married couple, even if they are together, when you see them, it's mostly or mainly just the woman talking. She's doing the talking. The guy's just following her around, is just being passive. It's not because he doesn't want to talk or interact with people. It's because men are doers. They don't really talk. That's not their strength. And I've noticed this. And so many women are confused by the fact that no men are asking questions during dates. I guess if you are dating and looking for marriage, you have to ask him the questions to find out if he's the right fit. And as long as he's being kind, respectful, paying for the dates at least, if he does that, if he's masculine and he takes care of me, he takes me to nice places, he pays for the date every single time. I'm not going to nitpick. I'm not going to choose expensive places. Takes me wherever you want. I'm happy to live within your means, but I'm a woman. Don't ask for my money. Don't ask for my cash. Don't try and make me pay. So as long as he does that, I'm happy to contribute by creating a good experience for the both of us, by asking questions, creating topics of discussion, and doing all that because it's easy for us women to do that. We are more talkative. And on this note, if you really need guidance, if you are in fact dating for marriage, I have created a program that will help you find your potential husband, someone that is suitable for you specifically, ideally within 6 months to a year. So if this sounds like something of interest, go ahead and join my community. You will find the link for it in the description box under this video, and you will find the program I just spoke about in the classroom section.
They see a woman and they think, she's my type. I would want her to look nice beside me, but I'm not actually going to get to know her. I don't care to understand her. Finally, he asked me a question about myself. He says, what's your biggest turnoff? And I say, which is the truth. I tell him it's when people interrupt me and when people listen to respond and not understand. The rest of the date, he keeps interrupting me, but at least he acknowledges it. But then he just keeps talking every time over me. It's so rude. Finally, our steak comes. I have a couple bites. Tell him I gotta go. I have an early morning. I was in and out within an hour. I didn't even wait for our plates to be cleared. I was so done. And this man was just so unaware that I was having the worst time. I didn't smile once. And I'm just so over dating in the city. Every single boyfriend I've ever had here is the worst person you've ever met. I'm done.
So, like I said earlier, they are just very incompatible, and I will leave it at that. Don't forget to subscribe, and again, join my community. If you are actively and strategically dating for marriage, there you will find many other women walking the same path as you, and many other programs in the classroom section that will help you in your journey. But for now, I will say you take care of yourself, and I will see you there.